Welcome back into the Sports Source. The segment of our program is brought to you by the Topoco Lodge. The holidays are here. The decorations are up. And December 4th through the 7th, that's coming up, December 4th through the 7th, they are offering a 20% discount on rooms if you simply mention the word volunteers. Easy for you to remember. Just call them, mention the word volunteers. You get 20% off a room December 4th through the 7th. It's part of the National Volunteers Day celebration. Volunteers, that's all you have to say. 20% off rooms. Topoco Lodge, December 4th through the 7th. Get up there and check it out. All right. Sterling, how valuable to Harrison Bailey was getting in last night? I mean, game's over. Late, you're thrown in there. The game situation is different. You're probably not against their top defense. They're not firing all their bullets. But how valuable, as a former quarterback who got in those kind of situations?
It's priceless. There's no time like game time, especially for a quarterback. You cannot mimic these things in practice no matter how hard you try. You just can't. Looking at those defenses, whether it's first team or second team, especially when it's all new to you, and it's definitely faster than high school as a freshman, that was priceless. That is stuff that is a stepping stone to his development for his future years here at Tennessee that is going to always be able to go back to on tape and on film in a game situation. Quarterback, like I said last time, is a really intricate situation. You're thinking about so many different things from the offensive side, everybody's assignments in each play on offense, but the defense is throwing at you. I mean, you're worried about making sure you're on point. You don't have that much time to do it. You got a couple of seconds. So getting that game time yesterday for Harrison Bailey, I'll tell you, that was priceless.
Before I move on, you're a guy who went through a flip-flop quarterback situation. You're not a fan of that, haven't been in the past. You haven't been a fan of Yankee quarterbacks. You're at this point, your season's gone, basically. Should Harrison Bailey be getting more reps now, though?
I would like to see, those great minds on the staff right now to try to figure a way to get him some more, pertinent playing time. I think, if you stay with Jared, stay with JG, and then finish out a senior year as a starter, I still think you find a way to get Bailey in there, let him see the sparks flying, get him ready for next year, because that time behind the center, and people don't forget this, and this is what I don't want to go too long on this, but don't forget, it was a freshman back in 94, 95. Who got some time in mop-up duty and got his number retired. But because he always had that film to study from. And so he reacted, because I tell you, when you watch yourself on film in a game, you'd be surprised what you do out there.
Well, let's take it that way. Daniel, you were a young guy, get on the field for the first time. How valuable was it for coaches to see you, not just tape in practice, but tape of you on the field against other D1 athletes?
I think it was... you couldn't put the importance level on it. It's hard to even quantify it, just for the simple fact that they have something to trust. The coaches in practice, they see your mistakes that you make over and over and over, but when they put you in the game and you end up delivering, you make passes, or in my case, of course, is defeat blocks and things like that, they build trust and say, okay, well, now I can trust him with just a little more. So maybe it is a little more, or maybe we can get to the second level of football. And that's what you saw with Bailey. And I thought last night he looked great. I mean, I watched, I don't know if you've ever seen the Sky View on ESPN, but being able to finally get behind the line of scrimmage, to watch the offensive line, to watch Garantano's footwork, to watch Harrison Bailey's footwork. And I know the second string quarterback is the most loved person, but man, his footwork looked incredible. And it's like we've not messed that up yet.
Jimmy, what was your thoughts on Bailey's performance last night? It's hard to gauge in those kinds of situations, but your thoughts on what you saw?
Under the circumstances, I like what I saw. I thought he showed pretty good pocket presence. I thought he threw the ball accurately. I thought he showed some good features. I think even playing against Arkansas previously might have helped him a little bit. I know there were a bunch of checkdowns against Arkansas, but I thought he looked pretty good, and I think he's a guy that give him a chance. Let's see what he can do. I do think he needs to play more. I agree with you on that point. We'll see if he does against Vanderbilt. But I like what I saw against Auburn, and I think he's got a guy that has a chance to be successful.
All right, very good. We got a lot of stuff to come. We got a little bit of hoops coming up. We got the Cavaliers line, which has been dead on 2 of the last 3 weeks. You don't want to miss where the casino puts the line. It's going to be a perfect prediction again. We'll also talk about who should start versus Vanderbilt and how big is that game for Jeremy Pruitt. All that and more. Next, we're going to look around the SEC, though. What did we learn about Tennessee from looking at games yesterday? Teams that they've already played, teams that they're going to play. Probably nothing that will make you smile. We'll discuss it. Come on back.